Hi guys. So here's a good question for all of you. I like to always start out with questions because it kind of gets the mind working, kind of gets things going. But the big one is, what is a marketing system? Okay? So that's the question I want to ask you guys, right? But first, I want to talk a little bit about this book I just recently read again, and it's called E-Myth by Michael Gerber. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you're in sales, any kind of business, if you have not read that book, go and get a copy. It's called E-Myth. Go and get a copy. Okay, it'll just totally change your whole perspective on business and what business should be like. Okay, so Michael Gerber in this book, he really kind of goes into depth about kind of the idea of having what I would say kind of a turnkey operation. An operation where you don't have to work in your business. You actually can work on your business. And the way he describes working in your business, it's literally you spending all your time basically doing the work. You're working the business yourself. You're doing all these things. You're basically married to your business. It's literally like another job. Is what it is. It's another job for you. It's not really an asset. It's sucking your life. It's really. And what's really interesting about what he was talking about, he says he found that most businesses they actually go out of business because the owner just gets so worn out. They get so overworked. They get so frustrated, and they finally just throw in the towel. And so he talks about the idea of creating systems. Now he has a chapter where he actually organizes like an organizational chart. Here's what a company should look like. And this is even before you even start the company, but here's what the company looks like. Here's all the roles and responsibilities. And of course, when you start out, you're doing everything. But as you progress in your business, you start filling those positions up. You start plugging people in. And so then you have an organization. Then at a certain point, you can step away from the business. Right? So he's talking about creating a system. And system in the dictionary talks about it's a method of operation. A system is a method of operation that you do over and over again. It's how you do something. It's a method. So you get reliable results, it's consistent, it's dependable. Okay? And so I took that a step further. Because we're always talking about punchlines like marketing systems and things like that. Well, what is marketing? Well, marketing is just a method or a way of getting your product out there or your service, creating awareness so people get interested, they create desire. That's pretty much what the dictionary says. So if you put both those words together, marketing system, what do you get? Well, you get a reliable method of operation, so to speak, it's reliable, it's dependable on how you create desire in the marketplace for your product and service. So my question to you is, do you have a reliable, dependable marketing system? And going back to the idea of an operation, and then also how involved are you in that? Are you doing a lot of it yourself? Like for example, if you're doing a lot of cold calling, if you're in a sales field, I mean, are you putting in a lot of your own effort and energy into this thing, or are you using technology, automatic systems to do a lot of the work for you? Do you have an email list? Do you have autoresponders? Do you have a website? Do you have maybe a direct mail campaign? Do you run consistent Facebook ads? Do you do all these different pay-per-click? I mean, there's just countless ways of getting yourself out there and basically creating a method of operation in terms of your marketing, so you're constantly bringing in leads, a flow of leads.